Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, pretty great actually. I've got my retirement squared out, my land squared out. As far as I have no uh, foreseen barriers on my security and my future. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, but okay, well anyway, the purpose of my video today is I'm going to share one video that has two rather important things in there. Um, what do the Catholics know about Jesus Christ that you don't know? There's a clip in this video I will share right towards the beginning, so you won't have to go into the other topics if you're not interested. But this one in particular, you might know if you've ever, well, you probably know anyway. In Catholic schools, you'll have the teachers typically are either priests or nuns, or they will, they'll hire like, art directors or different things, science or not usually though. Usually you have people that are affiliated within that church and that school in some respects, and a lot of times the church and the schools are connected together as one building. But okay, anyway, the dean of Trinity College is talking about texts where Jesus is depicted as transgender. What it is the spirit a lot of people are praying to, um, took the energy that wasn't appropriate for his gender to apply it. Whether people think that's a good thing or a bad thing, I can't word it any differently, but you're going to understand the reason behind Jesus not actually being the actual Christ, but the Father's Spirit being um, that for people. Um, and it brings to mind this one channel that I just can't stand it, and I'm not even going to name the name, but this dude is depicting all that is like, okay, so he poses himself as Christian, but doesn't even know. Well, I think he does know. I think this is what I call like baby Masons. They're out there. They've got a rather big channel. They don't want to do any physical labor, so they're kind of, or, if they're into sports, but it's not something that they actually want to do physical labor, you know. Like this dude got little owies on his hand from using a shovel one time. Could you imagine people, if if you know what using a shovel, that back breaking work, you don't hurt your hands, it hurts your back typically. But anyway, depends on how much of it you do. But so anyway, this person is pushing that the control in this world is female energy twins. That's not the truth at all. And other people that will spread that information as if it were true, leaving the meaning of the true Trinity out of the whole thing anyway. It's not a twin thing, it's husband and wife. It's either dark energy or light energy, and that's who you're going to hear. If you're hearing the imposter, it's chaotic, it's retarded, it's anti-human. Need I say more? Well, anyway, this video, it's a Wednesday night Bible study in Greek, and I'm going to share to you what he's reading, a part of Ezekiel, like you've never heard it before. You will not find it in the English translations that come through the Hebrew. Not at all. You'll never hear the truth. It'll never sound like a story. It'll never sound anything but the fairy tale they want you to believe so they can take your money and have you serving a transgender God that will end humanity. That's hook you up to your computers, plug you in, and feed you whatever they want to feed you, you know? So, but anyway, so I'm going to share that. And I mean, uh, typically the history and the facts of people is a lot more interesting than the sugar coated truth or the lies by way, by the means of what they say is truth. I mean, the deception runs so deep for these people that are working for physical gains on this planet above those that are seeking truth and sharing the actual truth for people. Um, the I call it like the rabbit hole of um, deception, the time bandits, time bandits of deception. If you're listening to somebody for, I mean, you could have your reasons, but it's still not going to advance your education for helping humanity in these desperate times. So if you're wasting time and wasting other people's times on this nonsense, that's a dark cabal pushed agenda that I read about so I could speak about it in all honesty and gather these things so you can get down to the bottom of the truth. You know, that's all that really matters to any of us, isn't it? Would you rather listen to fictitious things that stroke your ego, or like people say, or it says in the Bible too, tickle your ears? It's what you want to hear. If you've had like a woman just totally dump on your soul, well, you might be more apt to listen to guys that just like other guys. And that's what I've been running into. So, and these are the people or women that just like other women. These are the people that will promote the spiritless scriptures that were hijacked. Our scriptures were hijacked and turned into a soulless bunch of nonsense that people would rather believe stories that were stolen from another group of people and changed than the actual truth of what it is. And they waste their time, their energy, and everybody else's on lies. These are the people I'm going to have to start really coming down on hard, even if I don't attack them out here in the spiritual realm. I'm making scrambled eggs out of your brain. If you think you're stupid now, just fucking wait. You haven't seen anything. You will see a fall in your subscribers because the average person is wanting to be more involved in the technical situations of our life and how it's going to um, uh, advance human beings in a nurturing way for each other instead of this fucking shit that we've had for generations. Wouldn't you agree? That's the most important thing. That's how I'm feeling today about, well, I feel about that way every day. But yeah. So besides that, it's a wonderful day. you know, I had more to say on that. I'll take a sip of my coffee and get back to that. I got my trusty old cup that I haven't used for a while because she's beat up, but it's my rabbit Rabbit hole cup. That's what's at the bottom of my rabbit hole. Yeah, violets. Oh, no, no, that's not a violet. That is iris. Yeah, it is. Iris looks like roses. It's actually shaped, the rose thing is actually shaped more like a daffodil. Could be, if you see that. This one right here. My stains, cigarette stains. That looks like a tulip. That looks like a tulip. This looks like a iris. That looks like a daffodil, doesn't it? Somewhat. Anyway, yeah. So if you're new here, um, I don't know if you believe in zodiacs or that it matters at all or whatever, but I am an Aquarian, the water bearer, and that's bearing the sea. I do that well with people, even if they don't deserve it, because when I'm raging inside, you'll never get a glimpse of, you know. So that's bearing the weight of other people's stupidity. So if I snap on you, you're going to need it and you're going to deserve it. So just keep that in mind, people. So anyway, here's to the amethyst, the purple, the purple people eater. That's why would it be a purple people eater? Well, do they eat only purple people, or is it purple and it eats people? It wasn't it that song never specified. It's a one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater. Never really specified if it was a people eater or a purple people eater. Interesting, huh? Maybe there's one of each. That's what I'm telling you. And by the way, for the Satanists, male or female, Satan's just taken out his competition to be alone with God. So you can think and say and do anything you want to do. But there's a lot of men and women with that aggressive nature that are lying to others and deceiving them for that one final spot that they think that there is, and there isn't. Nobody's waiting to sit at anybody's side. They're already there. That doesn't mean that the children of God won't be with God. Don't get me wrong. That isn't. But like I say, nobody wants their kids sitting on their lap for an eternity. I wouldn't mind if my parents were quite some time away. And then I could go visit. Eternity's eternity. I don't have to sit right in the same house as my parents to have that connection and that love. If you got forever, then you have a very long time to visit and, a lot of other souls to interact with. So, and that's really what it all is all about. How could you ever have an orchestra or a ballet or anything without groups of people? If there was just one person, it would be a rather boring existence, wouldn't it? So, look how long them tiger lilies last. Some of them do fall off, they're dwindling, but just at night. The cool thing about lilies, that's my middle name Susan means lily. Barbara means strange or alien, or it could mean a couple other nicer things too, but I'm a strange lily. Yeah, I know. But they close at night and open to the sunlight. Every night they close. So closed off from the dark. and then they expose their petals to the light in the morning. Isn't that beautiful? So lilies are cool. They are, you know, kind of a self-preservation mechanism. Other flowers that don't do that don't last as long. These last twice as long as like any roses or anything else. So if you ever go to get cut flowers, look for lilies. They'll last. Or grow them from bulbs, you know. These ones are perennial. They come back every year. They're propagated from let's see now, close to 150-year-old roots that I got. Cool, huh? So, yeah. Yeah, what you'll learn in the Greek text. And I mean, it's not, if you can deal with life and all the misplaced sexuality in this world the way it is, these texts won't be shocking to you at all. If you understand that the chemists back in Egyptian times till now have always developed drugs and they call magic sciences or whatever has uh, actually decreased in knowledge with the destruction of the flesh, what's happening in people. But which reminds me, I shared a rather cool thing on my, um, I shared it in my community here on YouTube, and I shared it over on Facebook. I'll read it to you so you'll know what you're looking for because I'm going to share something else in here that's more important, but it's a 33rd degree energy manipulation. Look for that over in my energy manipulation. I've talked about like energy transference, um, people around you, and different things for a very long time. And then if you put in what is nanotechnology, little robotics with an antennae that are 5G controlled, and the black goo, and you put all these things together, that's actual reality. There's stuff going on in your body right now that was developed in Egyptian times to keep people submissive. It's that stupid part in our brains, that stubborn part that won't let you excel. If you can battle that, you'll be getting the upper hand on things, you know. But I still, it's beyond me why people wouldn't want to. You can't just look at one thing one time and say no on it if you don't understand the reasoning behind it and what's happening with the twists in the text to deceive you. I hope you believe me on this. I mean, I think it's getting a lot more clear to people. You just have to not be afraid and understand that there still is a God, a creator that loves you with all his heart, and one that doesn't love you at all, that is going to adopt his own because of his own mistakes and eventually clean up the mess. But that's not happening right now because they're too fucking stubborn. They think there is some kind of time that they have to act on when the boat is leaving the shore. You might have a ticket, but you're missing the fucking boat. That's what I'm trying to say. No, God's timing isn't our timing, but there's things going on in the world that need more protection for the children, and people have to take this very serious. You have to take literature from way back and take this stuff serious. You have to find sources outside of the deception to prove what the deception is. And I'm bringing that to you. There's other people that are, they're not backing down, you know. It's like Jason from Archaics. He's totally um, attacked all the time because of the proof of the, like, a day or a year not meaning that, but a shar in Egyptian times from um, evening to morning. It's a turning of the stars. That's a shar. That's how the calendar was made. So when then you have people that love their Hebrew text, changing the calendars to deceive you, to keep you from knowing the events that are going to be coming up on this planet that are in that time clock that are going to destroy a lot of stuff on this planet that people can prepare for if they have knowledge of it. There's people that say, well, like, the book of Revelation had already happened and it's not actually literal. Most of the stuff in the Bible has already happened, except for that great judgment day and the great tribulation. We're in tribulation. There's no doubt that the seals are being opened. The veil is being lifted. There's no doubt. So if you have these clowns saying, hey, this isn't the time we're living in, I guarantee you this is the time we're living in, you know? So don't waste your time on these idiots trying to make money off you, you know. I mean, if you want to, I don't care who you are. If you want to, I mean, go for it. Then you're really of no value to anybody else. You're just in your own little bubble, doing your own little thing, and you think that's the appropriate thing to do. So, worth less is my comment on that. You're not of service to God at all. By protecting and following agenda that is meant to destruct all humankind, you're not endearing yourself to me. So, anyway, or anybody else, except for people that are of that mindset, and I would call it the lesser ability, perhaps, or just actually demonic, and they don't care. You know, is Satan demonic? No, he's an angel. He's a evil angel, but he only conducts your energy. That's your free will. He doesn't he doesn't go out there putting spells on people. He could care less. His ulterior motive is to have no human beings and have God all alone like he wants. That's it. That's all. What you do doesn't even matter. He's just enjoying devouring your energy because he's got you by the boo-boo or the buttocks, you know. But then in comes the real Christ spirit that doesn't want to see people harming themselves in ways that you could say, well, it doesn't say Sodom and Gomorrah is a sin. No, but in actual textbooks and real medical doctors that will tell you the truth about sugar levels and body fluids and transfers of DNA and energy and soul ties. I mean, if you have somebody of substance and reality they're going to be speaking the important things like that to you, not this sugar-coated crap to make money off you. If you don't find somebody speaking for other people, I mean, they can say, I love you in Christ. No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. You don't hear the Christ Spirit. You're hearing Satan, you dumbass. Sorry. Sorry. Well, whatever. I've wasted a lot of time on people that I thought were a little more important to the situation than they appear to be. That gets my goat, as Dr. Hillman would say. Get my goat. I'm gonna see. Doug just sent me a message a bit ago. See what it is. He's been putting out. He's the one that put out that information that the Masons shared. Excuse me. Which is Manly P. Hall's voice, if you're familiar with him. Yeah, he's top of the line. He was well, he was beyond a priest. He was I call it priest plus plus. If you want to learn something, that's where you go to learn. You don't go to learn by some jack off. Whatever. Oh, this is cute. Them. You need to listen to your body more. Body. You're old and you want pizza. Yeah, I do want pizza. I might make pizza for supper. Oh, oh, oh. When Satan wants to destroy a man's destiny, he sends a woman. Well, he might send another man. you know, I'm just telling it like it is. I have relatives that thought going the other direction would keep them safe from being hurt from cheaters, and that doesn't work either. If people are off, they're off. You know, yeah, always help someone. You might be the only one who does. I'm trying, and you're trying my patience to the one person in particular. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because of fiction. It's obligated to stick to the possibilities. Truth isn't. Mark Twain. That's true. You can't put possibilities in something that's true. Haha, cute. Before you call me a gold digger, ask yourself, do you even have gold? That's what I told Doug when we were first meeting. I'm like, why do you love me? And he couldn't really answer the question. He asked, why do you love me? And I said, well, it isn't for your money, you know, something like that. We have these weird conversations quite often. So, oh, we enjoy torturing each other. He's getting less abrasive. It could be because of age, but I think it's actually because um, we did swap DNA, and he doesn't have a choice. The true Christ Spirit is in him personally, and there's nothing he can do about it. And that's how you get to the demonic side and squelch their leader from the inside out. That's a personal weapon from God to the dark cabal. They're going crazy. They are afraid. Doug thinks it's funnier than shit, by the way. And those are his own relatives, his bloodline. And he thinks it's funny. So I think it's hilarious too. I was on a mission. Been on a mission from age 12 till now. Yeah. And even if I did something rather odd and people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm doing what my heart leads me to do. And I don't care what it looks like to anybody else at any time because of that, no matter what. I really don't. So if I slap you, it comes from all my heart. No, I'm just kidding. I don't slap people. I might fight, but I'm not going to do anything like that. I don't know. I'd bring you in and offer you everything I have in here. You know, that's, you know, up to a point. Well, you know what I'm saying. I never have been one to. I was in a relationship where um I had such a stranglehold put on me that anytime I'd try to um be my happy-go-lucky self, I couldn't really be, and those sort of restraints that were tried to be put on me, even in this situation with Doug. Um, I don't do that well at all because I'm the most loyal person you'll ever meet in your life. I don't care if I'm your friend, your relative. Even if I don't talk to my relatives, my heart and my guidance from God in my heart is strong for them even when they're not. That's how loyal I am. So I don't care what they think of me, you know? I'm just going to keep doing me because I know it's the right thing to do. And that's why I'm sharing this information today, because you need to understand what the actual Greek Septuagint in the lexicon from way back. You don't write a story about Christ 3,000 years ago and then 2,000 years, 1,000 years later, rewrite it and have it mean something else. You need to know the truth. It doesn't take God out of the picture. Just get down to the bottom of the truth and share it with people. That's all I'm asking. So, okay, everybody, I do appreciate you being here. You're all beautiful to me. You're as cute as can be. I love you with all my heart. Peace from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.